The quantum frequency of money. How to match it. Now let's talk about something that will radically accelerate your manifestation. The specific quantum frequency of money and how to match it consistently. Because money, like everything in the universe, has a frequency. It's not just paper or numbers in a bank account. At the quantum level, money is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. And the reason some people attract money effortlessly while others repel it is simple. Frequency matching. You can only attract and maintain what you're a vibrational match for. This is quantum law. Like attracts like. Same frequency resonates with same frequency. So what is the frequency of money? It's not what most people think. Most people associate money with hard work, sacrifice, stress, complexity, difficulty. They think the frequency of money is hustle and grind. But that's not the frequency of money. That's the frequency of struggle. And yes, you can make money from the frequency of struggle, but it will always be hard, it will always require tremendous effort, and you'll never be able to maintain high levels of wealth from that frequency because struggle and abundance are incompatible at the quantum level. The actual frequency of money is ease, flow, value, exchange, appreciation, trust, and playfulness. Think about the wealthiest people you know or know of. The ones who have sustained generational wealth. Do they vibrate struggle? Do they operate from stress and fear? No. They operate from ease. They make wealth creation look effortless. They're playful with money. They trust the flow. They focus on creating value. They appreciate what they have. They're in a state of expansion rather than contraction. That's the frequency of money at its highest level. Let me break down each component of this frequency so you can consciously embody it. First, ease. Money flows along the path of least resistance. When you make wealth creation hard, complicated, and stressful, you're creating resistance that blocks the flow. When you approach wealth creation with ease, simplicity, and relaxation, you're creating an open channel for flow. This doesn't mean you don't take action. It means your action comes from inspiration rather than desperation, from creativity rather than fear, from joy rather than obligation. The wealthy version of you doesn't force. They flow. Second, value. Money is simply a symbol of value exchange. The more value you create for others, the more money flows to you. But here's the key. You must believe that you create value, that what you offer is genuinely valuable, that you deserve to be compensated generously for that value. If you don't believe in your own value, you're not vibrating at the frequency of money. You're vibrating at the frequency of unworthiness, and the quantum field will reflect that back to you through low prices, difficult clients, or inability to attract opportunities. The frequency of money is absolute certainty in your value and confidence in your worthiness to receive abundant compensation. Third, exchange. Money loves circulation. It's meant to flow, not to stagnate. When you hoard money from fear, you're blocking the flow. When you refuse to invest in yourself or your business from scarcity, you're blocking the flow. When you can't enjoy or spend money because you're terrified of losing it, you're not vibrating at the frequency of money. You're vibrating at the frequency of poverty consciousness, which is characterized by contraction and fear. The frequency of money is generous, open, circulating. It's the confidence that as money flows out, more flows in, because you're in the current of exchange rather than the stagnation of hoarding. Fourth, appreciation. This is one of the most powerful frequencies in the universe. When you genuinely appreciate money, not worship it, not obsess over it, but appreciate it for what it enables and represents, you magnetize more of it. Appreciation is a high-frequency emotion that the quantum field responds to powerfully. But most people can't appreciate money because they're in a state of lack, constantly focused on what they don't have rather than what they do have. Every time you look at your bank account and feel disappointment or frustration, you're broadcasting the opposite of appreciation. You're broadcasting dissatisfaction, which creates more circumstances to be dissatisfied about. The practice here is to appreciate whatever money you currently have, no matter how little. Appreciate the money that pays for your home, your food, your phone, your electricity. Appreciate the money that's flowing through your life right now, even if it feels insufficient. As you genuinely appreciate the money you have, you raise your frequency to match the frequency of more money, and more money must flow to you by quantum law. This is why gratitude practices are so emphasized in manifestation teachings. Gratitude and appreciation are among the highest frequencies that exist, and they create powerful magnetic fields. Fifth, trust. The frequency of money is absolute trust in the abundance of the universe and in your ability to generate wealth. When you're in fear about money, when you're anxious about how the bills will get paid, when you're constantly worried about the future, you're not vibrating trust. You're vibrating fear, which is one of the lowest frequencies. Fear contracts your energy field, closes off opportunities, blocks your creativity, and broadcasts to the quantum field that you're not safe, which creates more circumstances that feel unsafe. Trust expands your energy field, opens you to opportunities, activates your highest intelligence, and broadcasts to the quantum field that you're secure, which creates more circumstances that confirm your security. Sixth, playfulness. This might surprise you, but playfulness is a core component of money's frequency. Think about children. They're naturally abundant because they're playful. They approach life with curiosity, joy, creativity, and ease. They don't make things heavy and serious. As adults, we make money heavy and serious. We attach our survival to it, our worth to it, our identity to it. We make wealth creation a grim, stressful endeavor. And in doing so, we completely mismatch the frequency of money. The wealthiest people I've studied have a playful relationship with money. They experiment. They take creative risks. They enjoy the game of wealth creation. They don't burden money with so much heaviness that it becomes oppressive. So how do you match the frequency of money consistently? First, you must identify where you're currently mismatched. Where are you operating from struggle instead of ease? Where do you doubt your value? Where are you hoarding instead of circulating? Where are you taking things too seriously instead of being playful? Where have you lost trust? Where have you stopped appreciating? Be honest with yourself about your current frequency, because you can't shift what you don't acknowledge. Second, you must consciously practice embodying money's frequency daily. This isn't a one-time thing. This is a lifestyle. Every morning, set the intention to operate from ease today. Remind yourself of your value. Make at least one decision that demonstrates trust in abundance. Find something about your current financial situation to genuinely appreciate. Approach your work with playfulness and creativity. Make these practices so consistent that they become your default state of being, rather than occasional exercises you do when you remember. Third, you must let go of the frequencies that are incompatible with money. This means releasing the addiction to struggle, the identity of being someone who has to work hard for everything, the belief that money is scarce or difficult, the need to control every outcome, the fear that you'll lose everything. These frequencies will sabotage your manifestation no matter how much visualization or affirmation work you do, because at the end of the day, the quantum field responds to your overall frequency, not your occasional practices. Matching the frequency of money is about becoming the person who naturally has money, not trying to get money as the person you currently are. It's about embodying the energetic signature of wealth before you have the physical wealth, trusting that the physical manifestation will follow the energetic reality. This is quantum law. Energy precedes matter. Frequency precedes form. State of being precedes state of having. Match the frequency, and the money must come. Engineering your quantum reality. The daily practice of rapid manifestation. Now let's bring everything together into a practical, daily system for collapsing quantum realities and manifesting money rapidly. Because understanding principles is valuable, but transformation only happens through consistent application. What I'm about to share with you is not theory. This is the exact process that rapid manifestors use, consciously or unconsciously, to collapse probability waves and generate wealth quickly. If you implement this daily practice with discipline and consistency, you will see your financial reality shift, often dramatically and faster than you thought possible. The foundation of rapid manifestation is what I call your quantum morning. The first hour of your day is the most powerful hour for collapsing realities because your brain is transitioning from theta and alpha states, the subconscious and meditative states, into beta, the active waking state. During this transition, you have a window where your subconscious mind is highly programmable and where you can set the vibrational tone for your entire day. Most people waste this window by immediately checking their phone, consuming news or social media, and allowing external circumstances to dictate their frequency. Rapid manifestors protect this window fiercely and use it intentionally. Here's the quantum morning protocol. First, before you do anything else, before you check your phone or think about your to-do list, spend 5 minutes regulating your nervous system. Use breathwork, 4 counts in, hold for 4, 4 counts out, hold for 4. This coherent breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, brings you into the present moment, and creates the physiological state necessary for quantum collapse. You cannot collapse high-level realities from a dysregulated nervous system. This step is non-negotiable. Second, spend 10 minutes in what I call quantum identity activation. This is where you consciously step into the identity of the wealthy version of yourself. You're not visualizing this person as separate from you. You're becoming them right now. Ask yourself, how does the wealthy version of me think? How do they feel? How do they breathe? How do they sit? How do they view the day ahead? Then embody those qualities physically and mentally. Sit like they sit. Breathe like they breathe. Think their thoughts. Feel their emotions. You're not pretending. You're activating a quantum identity that already exists in the field of possibility and making it your dominant identity in this moment. Third, spend 15 minutes in reality collapse visualization. This is not passive daydreaming. This is active quantum observation. You're going to mentally live in the specific reality you're collapsing with as much sensory detail as possible. See your bank account with the exact number you're manifesting. Feel the emotion of seeing that number. Hear the sounds of your upgraded reality. Maybe it's the sound of your new car, or your new home, or a conversation about a deal you closed. Touch things in your visualization. Smell things. Make it so real that your brain cannot distinguish between the visualization and actual memory. The more real you make it, the more powerfully you're collapsing that probability wave. But here's the critical part that most people miss. You must feel the emotions associated with already having what you desire, not the emotions of wanting what you don't have. Wanting is lack. Having is fulfillment. Spend the entire 15 minutes in the emotional state of fulfillment, gratitude, excitement, peace, and certainty that comes from already possessing your desired reality. This emotional state is your quantum transmission, and it's more powerful than your thoughts or images. Fourth, spend 5 minutes in quantum decision-making. Ask yourself, what would the wealthy version of me do today? What decisions would they make? How would they spend their time and energy? What would they say yes to? What would they say no to? Then commit to making at least 3 decisions today from that elevated perspective, regardless of what your current circumstances are suggesting you should do. This behavioral alignment is essential for coherence. Your actions must match your frequency, or you create the incoherence that blocks manifestation. Fifth, spend 5 minutes in frequency locking. This is where you anchor your elevated state before entering your day. You do this through declaration. Speak out loud with certainty and power. I am the wealthy version of myself. I am collapsing the reality of specific amount by specific date. I am operating from ease, value, trust, and playfulness today. I am a powerful quantum creator, and my reality reflects my frequency. Money flows to me rapidly and consistently because I am a perfect match for abundance. These aren't affirmations you're trying to believe. These are declarations of truth about the quantum identity you've just activated. This 40-minute quantum morning is your foundation. But rapid manifestation requires frequency maintenance throughout your entire day. Here's how to maintain your frequency. Set alarms on your phone every 2 hours. When the alarm goes off, pause whatever you're doing and do a 60-second frequency check. Ask yourself, what frequency am I broadcasting right now? Am I in ease or struggle? Am I in trust or fear? Am I in appreciation or lack? If you've drifted into lower frequencies, don't judge yourself. Simply breathe, reconnect with your quantum identity, and consciously shift back to the frequency of money. This practice of frequent recalibration prevents you from spending hours in misaligned frequencies that undermine your manifestation. Throughout your day, practice what I call quantum evidence collection. Your brain is wired to find evidence for whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for evidence of lack, you'll find it everywhere. If you're looking for evidence of abundance, you'll find that too. Deliberately train your brain to notice any and all evidence that money is flowing to you, that you're supported, that abundance is showing up. This might be finding a penny on the ground, getting a discount you didn't expect, receiving a compliment, having a great idea, seeing an opportunity. Every piece of evidence, no matter how small, gets acknowledged and appreciated because this trains your brain to observe the reality you're collapsing rather than the reality you're leaving behind. In the evening, spend 15 minutes in quantum integration. Review your day and identify the moments where you operated from your wealthy identity and the moments where you slipped into old patterns. Don't judge or criticize yourself. Simply observe. Then consciously release any frequency from the day that doesn't serve your manifestation. Visualize it leaving your body with your exhale. Then reinforce your quantum identity by spending 10 minutes feeling into your desired reality again before sleep. Your subconscious mind is most programmable in the moments before sleep, so this is critical time for embedding your new reality into your deeper consciousness. Now let's talk about what I call quantum action alignment. Many people think manifestation means you just visualize and wait for things to magically appear. That's not how it works. The quantum field responds to your frequency, but it delivers through physical channels. Opportunities, ideas, people, circumstances. Your job is to take inspired action when those channels present themselves. Inspired action feels light, energizing, and aligned. It flows from your elevated state rather than from fear or desperation. Forced action feels heavy, draining, and resistant. Learn to distinguish between the two. When an opportunity appears, ask yourself, is this aligned with the frequency and identity I'm embodying? Does this feel like ease or struggle? Is this how the wealthy version of me would move forward? If yes, take the action immediately, even if it feels scary or uncertain. Rapid manifestation requires boldness. You're collapsing new realities, which means you'll be asked to do things you've never done before, to step into spaces that feel unfamiliar. That discomfort is not a sign you're off track. It's a sign you're expanding into your new quantum reality. Let's address a critical element that blocks many people: attachment to specific outcomes and timelines. Here's the paradox of manifestation. You need to be specific about what you're collapsing, but you cannot be attached to exactly how or when it shows up. Attachment creates contraction and desperation, which are low frequencies that block manifestation. Detachment creates expansion and trust, which are high frequencies that accelerate manifestation. The key is to be clear and specific about your desired outcome, but completely open and flexible about the path that gets you there. This means you stop micromanaging the universe. You stop obsessing over how the money will come. You stop checking your bank account 17 times a day hoping to see change. You stop analyzing every circumstance trying to determine if you're manifesting or not. All of that behavior broadcasts lack of trust, which creates incoherence. Instead, you set your intention clearly, you maintain your frequency consistently, you take inspired action when it presents itself, and then you trust the quantum field to deliver in the perfect way and perfect timing. This is surrender without giving up. This is trust without passivity. Another powerful practice for rapid manifestation is what I call quantum giving. Remember, money is energy and energy must flow. When you give, whether it's money, time, knowledge, or value, from a place of abundance consciousness, you're demonstrating to yourself and the universe that you're not in scarcity. You're proving that you trust the flow. You're activating the law of circulation. But the giving must be authentic and aligned, not manipulative or performative. Don't give hoping to get. Give because you genuinely want to create value, because you appreciate having something to give, because it feels good to contribute. That's the frequency of abundance. When you give from that place, you magnetize receiving. Let's talk about handling doubt and fear, because they will come up. You can do everything right and still have moments where doubt creeps in, where fear arises, where you question whether this is working. This is normal. This is part of being human. The key is not to never have doubt or fear. The key is to not let doubt or fear become your dominant frequency. When doubt arises, acknowledge it. I'm noticing doubt. Don't resist it or judge it. Then consciously choose a different thought. Even though doubt is present, I'm choosing to focus on certainty. Even though I can't see the evidence yet, I know the quantum field is reorganizing itself in response to my frequency. Use doubt as a signal to check your coherence. Where have you drifted from your quantum identity? Where have you started trying instead of being? Where have you stopped trusting? Doubt is valuable information that helps you course correct. It's not a sign that manifestation isn't working. It's a sign that you've temporarily disconnected from your elevated frequency, and you need to reconnect. The faster you can catch these drifts and recalibrate, the faster you'll manifest. Now let's address the phenomenon of manifestation lag time. Sometimes people do everything right, maintain perfect coherence, embody their quantum identity consistently, and still don't see immediate physical results. This can be discouraging, but it's actually completely normal and doesn't mean anything is wrong. Remember, you're collapsing probability waves from the quantum field into physical reality. That collapse happens in stages. First, there's the quantum shift, where the probability wave actually collapses but isn't yet visible physically. Then there's the reorganization period, where circumstances, people, and opportunities begin rearranging themselves behind the scenes. Then there's the manifestation period, where the physical evidence becomes visible. The lag time between quantum collapse and physical manifestation varies based on several factors. How much momentum you have moving in the opposite direction that must be shifted, how coherent and consistent your frequency is, how aligned your subconscious programming is with your conscious desire, and sometimes simply the complexity of what you're manifesting. $1,000 might manifest in days. $1 million might take months. But both follow the same quantum principles. Your job during the lag time is to maintain unwavering certainty that the collapse has already happened in the quantum field and the physical manifestation is simply catching up. This is the ultimate test of your trust and commitment to your quantum identity. Here's a powerful reframe for the lag time. Instead of seeing it as waiting, see it as preparation. The version of you who can receive and maintain the money you're manifesting is being developed during this time. You're upgrading your identity, your beliefs, your patterns, your frequency. You're becoming the person who matches that reality. When the money shows up, you'll be ready to receive it and keep it because you've become its vibrational match. If it showed up before you were ready, you'd likely sabotage it or lose it because you wouldn't have the consciousness to hold it. Trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Finally, let's talk about celebrating small wins and momentum building. Every single time you see any evidence of your manifestation, a small amount of unexpected money, a new opportunity, a shift in how you feel about money, a moment where you made a decision from your wealthy identity, celebrate it. Acknowledge it. Appreciate it. This does two things. First, it reinforces to your brain that manifestation is working, which builds your certainty and coherence. Second, it generates the high-frequency emotions of excitement and gratitude, which accelerate further manifestation. Small wins create momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates bigger wins. This is how rapid manifestation builds exponentially. Remember, you're not trying to attract money from somewhere outside yourself. You're not hoping or wishing or pleading with the universe. You're collapsing a quantum reality where money already exists for you by becoming the observer who matches that reality's frequency. You're shifting from trying to being, from lack to fulfillment, from future focus to present embodiment. You're maintaining coherence between your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions. You're matching the frequency of money through ease, value, trust, appreciation, and playfulness. You're taking inspired action when opportunities arise. You're trusting the process even when you can't see immediate evidence. This is the quantum law of money attraction. This is why some people manifest in weeks while others struggle for years. It's not luck. It's not favoritism from the universe. It's pure quantum mechanics applied to consciousness. You are a quantum creator with infinite power to collapse the reality you desire. The money you want already exists in the field of infinite possibility. Your only job is to become the version of you who lives in that reality and maintain that state of being until the physical catches up with the quantum. Do this daily, consistently, without wavering, and you will manifest money faster than you ever thought possible. The power has always been yours. Now you know how to use it.